became editor of Dolly at the age of 23. I went in there very naively thinking, I can change the world. I'm Marina Go. I'm a non-executive director. I ask the questions to be sure that the company's strategy that controls culture are properly in place. As a teenager, I read newspapers and magazines. I was really interested in the news. I think it was probably my obsession with Dolly magazine. You know, as a 16-year-old thinking, okay, this is what I want to do. I wanted to be the editor of the magazine. It felt like a great way to communicate with people. And so that's why I became a journalist. I was young enough to have the confidence of my conviction. And so I think that's why the magazine was successful. We tried new things. You know, I was the very first person to put an Asian model on the cover. And I just thought, well, I've got an audience that is writing to me and saying, we're really excited that you represent us. I thought it was my job to do that. So my father is Chinese. My mother's Italian. In the family home, we have a Buddha next to Jesus. It's a real melting pot. I think he needs to ensure that they're all working together for the best outcome for the organisation. I have a really strong sense of social justice, and it's equality and fairness that drives everything that I do. It's the reason that I launched Women's Agenda as part of my time at private media. I thought it was unfair that the mass media mainly wrote about successful men and not successful women. It's actually why I wanted to become a company director. And I just come from the pure perspective that everybody should have the same opportunity to be whatever they want to be. Having spent 30 years in the media, where almost everybody in a senior position was male, really, really helped me understand what the opportunities were for improvement in corporate Australia, and certainly on sports boards.
Sport Now and magazine boss Marina Go is the new chair of the West's Tigers.
I think they chose me because of my media background, and they realised that the club was going to go through more public turmoil before it got better.
Mocked, ridiculed and hammered from pillar to post for adopting a philosophy that varies to the traditional running of a football club.
I went through a lot of hell. That was definitely largely a gender thing, but it was a very interesting experience. That experience is actually why I have a board career, so I don't regret it. In many ways, it made me more determined. Family is really important to me. My husband I met when I worked at News Corp. You know, he's a journo.
What about today? You're getting on the ferry now?
Yes, but he understood my work and understood what I would do, and was a very supportive husband. And then the way that I was able to almost pay him back is that the West Tigers was his club.
Had a really great conversation about Wingara.
In 2025, I became chair of the National Foundation for Australia-China Relations. My father said to me, you know, you've done a lot of very important things in your career, but this is the most important thing that you will do. This is it. This is such an honour. And I feel like it is really important. You know, I've taken it on because I really care about the relationship. But I think it's the Chineseness in me that wants me to do this, and I was really honoured to do so.